Well. Listen, thank you all to everyone who stopped by my live earlier today, and hopefully you found some of the information helpful. And for those of you who choose to be stupid and choose to ignore what is right in front of your face, I got nothing for you. I got nothing for you. But for those who care to really know what's going on, this is for you. Now, they talk about the corruption that was going on and that has been going on. And here, I'm not going to dispute that it has. There's been corruption going back as far as you want to go. Thus, Richard Nixon, Watergate, Clinton, all of it. It happens. I'm not excusing it. But let's talk about the corruption that's happening right in front of our faces. Let's take a look at this.
Your title at VA is Chief Human Capital Officer, is that correct?
That is correct, Ranking Member
Thank you.
Takano.
Can you tell me how many VA employees have been terminated since January 2025?
Ranking Member Takano, approximately 1,400 employees have been terminated during their probationary period.
Thank you for that. Who in your chain of command ordered you to carry out these terminations?
Ranking Member Takano, happy to take questions about the termination of employees during their probationary period for the record. Today, my focus is on the legislation, the Restore Accountability Act.
Please stop. The Restore VA Accountability Act changes the authorities VA has to terminate employees, right?
The Restore Accountability Act.
Just answer my question. The Restore VA Accountability Act changes the authorities VA has to terminate employees, right?
Ranking Member Takano.
I'm establishing the germaneness of my questions to you. So please answer my questions. Who in the chain of your command ordered you to carry out these terminations?
I used the authorities within the Code of Federal Regulations.
So nobody ordered you to carry out these terminations? You did it on your own?
There was direction from the Office of Personnel Management.
So there was a director from OPM instructed you. Who in that office instructed you?
Sir, I'm happy to take these questions.
So you're refusing to answer the question. Were leaders in the VA offices that these employees worked in notified prior or even after their termination?
Sir, I'm happy to take
So you're non-responsive. Many VA program officers still do not know who from their ranks were terminated. Was the decision to terminate these employees made outside of VA?
Ranking Member Takano, I'm happy to answer the questions for the record.
For the record, so you will answer it later? Is that what you're telling me?
I will, sir.
Thank you. How many VA employees did you terminate on the night of February 13th, 2025?
Ranking Member Takano, as I mentioned, approximately 1,400 employees have been terminated during their probationary period.
Okay, but you can't tell me on February 13th, 2025.
I will provide that
Thank you.
information for the record.
How many VA employees did you terminate yesterday?
Ranking Member Takano, approximately 1,400 employees were terminated during their probationary period. I can provide the information requested for the record.
Thank you. I have a poster that shows the memo that you wrote and sent to the employees that were terminated. Did you write and sign this memo?
Ranking Member Takano, that is my signature on that letter.
And you wrote and signed the memo?
It is my signature on the letter.
Did you write the memo?
The memo was provided.
So you didn't write it. It was provided to you by someone else.
The memo was provided for...
And you're not going to tell me who provided you with the memo?
Ranking Member Takano, I'm happy...
But your name is on the memo.
I am happy to take...
Did you personally determine and verify which probationary employees to terminate?
Ranking Member Takano, I'm happy to take that question for the record.
Okay. So right here, you wrote that based on this employee's termination, that you based this employee's termination on their performance. Did you verify that each terminated employee had been evaluated for their performance?
Ranking Member Takano, I will answer your questions for the record.
Did every probationary employee who was terminated have performance issues?
Ranking Member Takano, I'm happy to answer your question.
So you can't answer that question, though you sent this memo out and it resulted in their termination.
At today's hearing, I am prepared to talk about the Restore Accountability Act.
My staff has now heard from many of the people who were fired, and we know that many had stellar performance records, which directly contradicts the memo sent out. Did you do your due diligence before you sent this memo out and assure yourself that everything in this memo was true?
Ranking Member Takano, I'm happy to take your
So you just sent this memo out, and whether or not you're going to fire an employee based on their performance, but you didn't do the due diligence yourself to make sure that this memo was true.
I am I'm happy to take the question and provide that.
So the answer is no. It's not just that you're happy to take my question. The acting U.S. attorney in New York decided that she would resign before engaging in a quid pro quo that violated the oath she took. Did you take an oath to do the job you're doing now?
Ranking Member Takano, every federal employee.
Okay, thank you. So yes, the answer is yes. Do you believe that terminating these employees and lying about the reason why was a violation of that oath?
Ranking Member Takano, I am supporting the decision that was made.
So you supported the decision, and you sent out memos without knowing whether or not their performance actually justified their termination.
Ranking Member Takano, I am happy to answer questions
So,
regarding.
Madam, at what point would you resign rather than follow an instruction from a superior?
Ranking Member Takano.
Does it not weigh on your conscience that somebody's livelihood was terminated, and you didn't do the due diligence to find out whether this memo was in fact true?
Ranking Member Takano, if any employee is concerned.
Just look at the veterans that are sitting behind you, ma'am. You fired these people.
What you got to say about that? In your face. Obfuscating your responsibilities. Again, like I said during the live, y'all want accountability, but you won't allow yourself to be held accountable. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? And what she did was, with these filler words, use up his time. Saying absolutely nothing. Using up his time, because each person has a certain amount of time. So with all these filler words, she was using up his time and not saying a damn thing. Wait, there's more.
Their lives to public service. Then you have people like Marjorie Taylor Greene saying things like this.
You can protest all you want outside of departments of this government. You can protest all you want, but the American people disagree with you. You're protecting the bureaucracy. The bureaucracy is not a business. Those are not real jobs producing federal revenue. By the way, they're consuming taxpayer dollars. Those jobs are paid for by the American tax people who work real jobs, earn real income, pay federal taxes, and then pay these federal employees. Federal employees do not deserve their jobs. Federal employees do not deserve their paychecks. And these are jobs that can be fired at will.
Now let's be clear. There may come a point that it's at will, but it ain't right now. And if you listen, now, mind you, from someone putting the live that she has 6,000 of her constituents that are federal employees, so that lets you know what she think about you. Wait, there's more. She wants to talk about federal taxpayers. Let's do some math, shall we? If we consider that there are over 2 million federal employees who also pay taxes. So what exactly are you saying? We pay taxes too, you tramp. And for those who say you don't have to call names, I did. You can disrespect the federal employees and degrade them. I'm going to disrespect you in that order. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Take that with you.